Welcome, travelers of the night and day. Sit and listen, and let the fire guide your imagination. Today, I want to talk about something that will change how you see yourself, something that will make you stronger from the inside. Have you ever done something good when nobody was watching? Have you ever made the right choice, even though no one would ever know? Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt proud of who you are becoming? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you already understand what real strength means. But if you answered no, then this story will show you a different path. Today, you will learn about the mirror test. You will learn that true character is not what you show to the world. True character is who you are when the door is closed, when the lights are off, when nobody can see you. This is not just a motivational story. Every sentence will also help you improve your English. So please, listen carefully. Stay with me until the end, because what you learn today can change who you become tomorrow. Let me tell you something important. Abe, your real character shows when nobody is watching. What does this mean? It means anyone can be good when people are looking. Anyone can smile when the boss is near. Anyone can be kind when someone might see. But who are you when you are alone? Who are you when no one will ever know what you did? That is the real you. That is your true character. Think about it. A person who is honest only when cameras are recording is not truly honest. A person who works hard only when the manager is watching is not truly hardworking. A person who is kind only when others might notice is not truly kind. These people wear masks. They pretend. They perform. But when the audience leaves, the mask comes off. And what is underneath? Sometimes nothing. Sometimes emptiness. Sometimes a stranger they do not even recognize. Now let me tell you a story. There was a young woman named Iris. She was 28 years old. She worked at a small bookstore in a quiet town. Iris was not rich. She was not famous. She lived a simple life. Every morning, she opened the bookstore at 9. Every evening, she closed it at 6. The store was old. The wooden floor made soft sounds when you walked. The smell of old paper filled the air. Most days, only a few customers came. Iris spent her time organizing books, dusting shelves, and reading when no one was there. The owner of the bookstore was an old man named Mr. Brennan. He was 75 years old. His hands shook a little when he held things. His eyes were not as good as before, but he loved books more than anything in the world. Mr. Brennan trusted Iris completely. He gave her the keys. He let her handle the money. He let her work alone most days. One Thursday afternoon, something happened. It was raining outside. The street was empty. No customers had come for 3 hours. Iris sat behind the counter, reading a novel. Then the door opened. A man walked in. He was maybe 40 years old. He wore a dark coat. Water dripped from his shoulders. He looked around quickly and walked to the history section. Iris watched him for a moment, then returned to her book. 5 minutes passed. The man came to the counter. He held one book in his hands. It was a history book about ancient Rome. The price was written on the back, $12. The man put the book on the counter and reached into his pocket. He pulled out his wallet. Then he looked inside and his face changed. He looked worried. He counted the money in his wallet. Then he looked up at Iris. "I only have $7, he said quietly. "I thought I had more." His voice sounded tired. His eyes looked sad. Iris looked at him. She looked at the book. She looked at the empty store. Nobody else was there. Mr. Brennan was not there. No cameras recorded anything. The old store had never needed cameras. Nobody would ever know what happened next. Iris had a choice. She could say, "Sorry, the book costs $12." She could follow the rule. The man would leave without the book. Nothing wrong with that. It was just business, or she could do something different. Iris looked at the man again. She saw something in his eyes. Not greed, not dishonesty, just tiredness, just disappointment. She made her decision. She smiled softly and said, "You know what? This book has been here for a long time. I think it wants to go home with someone who will actually read it." $7 is fine. The man looked surprised. "Are you sure?" he asked. "Yes," Iris said. "I am sure." The man smiled. It was a real smile. A grateful smile. He gave her the $7. "Thank you," he said. "You have no idea how much this means." Then he left. The bell above the door rang softly as he walked out into the rain. Iris sat back down. The store was silent again. She looked at the $7 in her hand. Then she opened her own wallet. She took out $5 of her own money. She put it in the cash register. $12 total, the amount the book should cost. Now the register was correct. Mr. Brennan would never know the difference. Nobody would ever know what Iris did. She did not tell anyone. She did not post about it online. She did not expect anything in return. She just did it. Why? Because it felt right. Because when she imagined looking at herself in the mirror that night, she wanted to see someone she respected. That evening, Iris closed the store. She walked home in the rain. When she got home, she looked in the bathroom mirror. She saw her own face looking back. Wet hair, tired eyes, but something else too. Something calm, something peaceful. She felt good inside, not because someone praised her, not because anyone knew, but because she knew. She knew who she was when nobody was watching. That night, Iris slept well. No regret, no guilt, just peace. Now think about your own life. How many times did you make choices when nobody was watching? How many times did you do the right thing, even though no one would know? How many times did you do the wrong thing because you thought nobody would find out? We all face these moments, every single day. Small moments, quiet moments, moments when we choose who we want to be. These moments matter more than we think, because each choice builds something inside us. Each choice makes us stronger or weaker. Each choice shapes our character. So what is the solution? How do we build strong character? The solution is simple. I call it the mirror test. Here is how it works. Before you make any choice, ask yourself one question. If I do this, can I look at myself in the mirror tonight and feel proud? That is all. One simple question. But this question is powerful. It cuts through all the noise. It cuts through all the excuses. It forces you to be honest with yourself. Let me give you examples. You find money on the street. Nobody saw it fall. Nobody knows you have it. You could keep it. But then you ask, can I look in the mirror tonight and feel proud? If the answer is no, you know what to do. Your boss is not in the office. You could leave work early. Nobody would know. But you ask, can I look in the mirror tonight and feel proud? The answer tells you everything. Someone trusts you with a secret. You could tell your friend. It would make a good story. Nobody would find out. But you ask the question, can I look in the mirror tonight and feel proud? You already know the answer. This is the power of the mirror test. It makes you your own judge. Not other people, not society, not the law. The person who has to live with yourself every single day. Let me tell you about another person. There was a man named Owen. He was 35 years old. He worked as an accountant in a big company. Owen was good at his job. He understood numbers. He understood money. He understood systems. One day, Owen discovered something. He found a mistake in the company system. A small error in the computer program. This error meant that sometimes when Owen processed his expense reports, the system added extra money. Not much, maybe $50 or $60 each time. The system made the mistake, not Owen, and nobody else knew about it. Owen could use this error. He could submit false expense reports. The system would approve them. He would get extra money, thousands of dollars over time, and nobody would ever know. The company was huge. They made millions of dollars every year. $50 here and there. Nobody would notice. Nobody would care. Owen thought about it. He really thought about it. He was not rich. He had debts. He had bills. That extra money would help, and technically, he was not stealing. The system made the error. He was just using what the system gave him. He could justify it easily. Very easily. But then Owen remembered something his father told him. When he was young, his father said, "Character is what you do when nobody is watching." Owen sat at his desk. The office was quiet. Everyone else had gone home. He stared at the computer screen. The error was right there. So easy, so simple. Then Owen asked himself the question, if I do this, can I look at myself in the mirror tonight and feel proud? He sat there for a long time. Finally, he made his choice. Owen reported the error. He sent an email to his manager. He explained the problem in the system. He said it needed to be fixed. His manager was surprised. She thanked Owen. She said most people would not have said anything. The company fixed the error. They did not give Owen a bonus. They did not promote him. They just fixed the problem and moved on. But something changed inside Owen. That night, when he looked in the mirror, he saw someone different. He saw someone he respected. He saw someone with integrity. Owen realized something important. The extra money would have lasted a few months, but the feeling of self-respect, that would last forever. Years later, Owen still remembered that moment, that choice, that decision to do the right thing when nobody was watching. And every time he remembered, he felt proud. Not proud like showing off. Proud like peace. Proud like knowing who you really are. Now let me ask you something. Who do you see when you look in the mirror? Do you see someone you respect? Do you see someone you trust? Do you see someone you are proud to be? Or do you see someone who pretends? Someone who performs for others? Someone who does good things only when people are watching? This is not about judging yourself. This is not about feeling guilty. This is about choosing who you want to become. Because every choice you make when nobody is watching builds your real character. Every small decision matters. Every private moment counts. Every time you choose right over easy, you become stronger. Every time you choose integrity over benefit, you become more solid. Every time you choose truth over comfort, you become more real. Let me tell you one more story. There was a teenager named Felix. He was 16 years old. He went to high school in a big city. Felix was smart. He got good grades. He wanted to go to a good university. One day, Felix had an important test, a history test. This test was worth 40% of his final grade. Felix studied hard. He studied for days. But history was not his best subject. There were so many dates. So many names. The night before the test, Felix felt nervous. Very nervous. He wanted to do well. He needed to do well. Then Felix had an idea. A bad idea. His friend Thomas was in the same class. Thomas was very good at history. Thomas always got perfect scores. What if Felix could see Thomas's answers during the test? Just a quick look. Just a few answers. Nobody would know. The teacher never noticed anything. The classroom was crowded. It would be so easy. Felix thought about it. He imagined getting a high score. He imagined his parents being proud. He imagined his transcript looking perfect for university applications. All he had to do was cheat a little. Just this once, just for this important test. But then Felix thought about something else. He imagined the moment after the test, walking out of the classroom, going home, looking in the mirror, seeing someone who cheated, someone who lied, someone who took the easy path. Felix realized something. Even if he got a perfect score by cheating, he would know the truth. He would know he did not earn it. He would know he was a fraud. And every time he looked at that grade, he would feel empty inside. So Felix made his choice. He decided not to cheat. He decided to take the test honestly. He decided that his integrity was worth more than a grade. The next day, Felix took the test. He did his best. He answered every question he knew. He left blank the questions he did not know. He did not look at anyone else's paper. He did not cheat. When Felix got his test back a week later, his grade was 71%. Not perfect, not even great, just average. Some of his friends got better grades. Thomas got 98%. But Felix felt something different. He felt proud, not proud of the grade, proud of himself, proud of his choice, proud that he was honest when nobody was watching. That evening, Felix looked in the mirror. He saw someone he respected, someone with integrity, someone who chose character over grades, and that feeling was worth more than any perfect score. Years later, Felix became a doctor. People trusted him with their lives. Why? Because Felix had built his character through small choices, through private moments, through tests that nobody else saw. The history test was just one moment, but it was a moment that shaped who Felix became. It was a moment when he chose his real self over his fake success. So let me tell you the truth about the mirror test. This test is not about being perfect. This test is not about never making mistakes. This test is about one simple thing. Can you look at yourself and feel respect? Can you look at yourself and feel peace? Can you look at yourself and feel proud of who you are becoming? Weak people care about what others think. Strong people care about what they think of themselves. Weak people perform for an audience. Strong people build character in private. Weak people want applause. Strong people want self-respect. You can choose which type of person you want to be. You can choose today. You can choose right now. Here's what I want you to understand. Every single day, you face moments when nobody is watching. Moments when you could take the easy path. Moments when you could lie. Moments when you could cheat. Moments when you could steal. Moments when you could hurt someone. And nobody would ever know. Nobody except you. You are the one who has to live with yourself. You are the one who has to look in the mirror every morning. You are the one who has to sleep with your choices every night. So make choices you can be proud of. Make choices that build your character. Make choices that make you respect yourself. Because at the end of your life, the opinions of other people will not matter. The applause will not matter. The likes and comments will not matter. What will matter is this. Can you look back at your life and feel proud? Can you look back at your choices and feel peace? Can you look back at who you became and feel respect? Now let me give you a simple practice. Tonight, before you go to sleep, stand in front of a mirror. Look at your own face. Look into your own eyes. Ask yourself these questions. Today, who was I when nobody was watching? Today, what choices did I make in private? Today, can I feel proud of who I was? If you can answer yes, then sleep well. You are building real character. You are becoming someone solid, someone real, someone strong from the inside. If you cannot answer yes, then tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow you can choose differently. Tomorrow you can build better. Tomorrow you can become someone you respect. The mirror test is not about judging yourself. The mirror test is about knowing yourself, about being honest with yourself, about choosing the person you want to become. Let me tell you something else. Real strength is quiet. Real strength does not need an audience. Real strength does not need applause. Real strength happens in small moments, in private choices, in quiet decisions. When Iris gave that man the book for $7, nobody saw it. When Owen reported the error in the system, nobody praised him. When Felix chose not to cheat, nobody applauded. But they all built something inside themselves. They built self-respect. They built integrity. They built real character. And that is worth more than any trophy, more than any award, more than any recognition. Because awards can be taken away. Trophies can break. Recognition can fade. But character stays with you. Character is who you are. Character is what you become. Think about this. Some people are famous but have no character. Some people are rich but have no integrity. Some people are successful but cannot look at themselves in the mirror without feeling empty. What good is success if you do not respect yourself? What good is money if you feel guilty inside? What good is fame if you know you are a fraud? The mirror does not lie. The mirror shows you who you really are. Not who you pretend to be, not who you perform as, who you actually are. And that is the person you have to live with every single day for your entire life. So here's my challenge for you. Starting today, use the mirror test. Before every choice, especially the private ones, ask yourself, can I look in the mirror tonight and feel proud of this choice? If the answer is yes, do it. If the answer is no, do not do it. It is that simple. This one question will change your life. This one question will build your character. This one question will make you stronger from the inside. You will not need other people to tell you if you are good. You will know. You will not need applause to feel worthy. You will feel it yourself. You will not need recognition to feel proud. You will look in the mirror and see someone you respect. And that is true power. That is real strength. That is genuine character. Let me tell you why this matters so much. In life, you will face many tests. Tests at school, tests at work, tests in relationships. But the most important tests are the ones nobody sees. The tests you take in private. The tests when nobody is watching. These are the tests that show who you really are. Iris could have just said no to that man. Owen could have used that system error. Felix could have cheated on that test. Nobody would have known. But they would have known. And they would have had to look at themselves in the mirror. They would have had to live with themselves. They chose differently. They chose character over convenience. They chose integrity over advantage. They chose self-respect over easy benefit. And because of those choices, they became people they could respect. They became people they could trust. They became people they were proud to be. Now let me tell you the secret. Building character is not about big moments. Building character is about small choices, every single day. The choice to be honest when you could lie. The choice to work hard when nobody is watching. The choice to be kind when nobody will know. The choice to do right when you could do easy. These small choices add up. Day by day, week by week, year by year. They build something inside you. Something solid, something real, something that cannot be taken away. And one day, you will look in the mirror and see someone completely different. Someone stronger, someone better, someone you are proud to be. That is the power of the mirror test. That is the power of building character when nobody is watching. That is the power of choosing who you become in private moments. So remember this. Your reputation is what people think about you. Your character is who you actually are. Reputation can be fake. Reputation can be performed. Reputation can be built through lies. But character is real. Character is built in private. Character is built when nobody is watching. And character is what matters in the end. Because you can fool everyone else, but you cannot fool yourself. You know the truth. You know who you are. You know what you do when nobody is watching. The mirror knows. Your reflection knows. You know. So make choices you can be proud of. Build a character you can respect. Become a person you are happy to see in the mirror. This is not easy. This is not the popular path. This is not what everyone else does. But this is the path to real strength, real peace, real self-respect. And that is worth more than anything else in this world. Let me end with this thought. Imagine you are 80 years old. You are sitting alone in a quiet room. You look back at your entire life, all the choices you made, all the moments nobody saw, all the tests you took when nobody was watching. What do you want to feel? Do you want to feel proud? Do you want to feel peace? Do you want to feel that you lived with integrity? Then start today. Start right now. Start with the mirror test. Before every choice, ask yourself, can I look in the mirror tonight and feel proud? Let that question guide you. Let that question shape you. Let that question build you into someone you respect. Because in the end, the only person you really need to impress is yourself. The only person whose opinion truly matters is the one you see in the mirror. Make that person proud. Make that person strong. Make that person someone worth becoming. This is your life. These are your choices. This is your character. Build it well. Build it honestly. Build it in the quiet moments when nobody is watching. Because those are the moments that matter most. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope it touched something inside you. I hope it made you think about who you are when nobody is watching. Remember, this story did two things. It taught you about character and integrity. And it helped you improve your English with every sentence. If you want more stories like this, stories that make you stronger and wiser while improving your English, then I invite you to follow this channel. We share stories that build real strength. The kind of strength that comes from inside. The kind of strength that nobody can take away. Take care of yourself. Look in the mirror tonight and see who you really are. Then decide who you want to become. Stay honest. Stay strong. Stay true to yourself. I will see you in the next story by the fire.